This is a test from School of Pharmaceutical Sciences, Vistas.
Hello, mic testing.
Morning, sir.
Morning. Am I audible to all?
Yes, sir.
Okay, ma. Thank you. Good morning, sir. Rajan sir, good morning. கேக்குதுங்களா?
சார் உங்க மைக் ஆஃப் பண்ணிருக்கு. ராஜேந்திரன் சார் உங்க மைக் ஆஃப் பண்ணிருக்கு. ஓகே.
குட் மார்னிங். இப்ப கேக்குதா?
நல்லா கேக்குதுங்க சார். கேக்குது.
வெரி குட். Hello sir, good morning.
Morning sir and
happy Pharmacist day. ஒரு 5 to 10 minutes ஸ்டார்ட் பண்ணிடலாம்.
Okay, no problem. I'll wait.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Vice Chancellor. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
Biryani ma'am, you can start ma'am.
Yes, sir. Happiness is your choice, not a result. Nothing will make you happy until you choose to be happy. Very happy good morning to one and all. I'm Dr. Vijayananthi. On behalf of the School of Pharmaceutical Sciences, Vistas, with warm heart, I welcome the dignitaries, faculties, pharmacists, industrialists, and dear students for this World Pharmacist Day, September 25th, 2020. World Pharmacist Day is celebrated on 25th September every year to promote awareness about the importance and role of a pharmacist. On this day, the main aim is to showcase pharmacists and their efforts on health. World Pharmacist Day was created by the International Pharmaceutical Federation (FIP) Council at the World Congress of Pharmacy and Pharmaceutical Sciences in Istanbul, Turkey in 2009. World Pharmacist Day is celebrated on 25th September because on this day, FIB came into existence in 1912. The main aim of this day is to encourage the role and activities of the pharmacists in improving health. This year's theme is Transforming Global Health. We aim to show how pharmacists contribute to a world where everyone benefits from access to safe, effective, quality and affordable medicines and health technologies, as well as from pharmaceutical care services, said International Pharmaceutical Federation (FIP) President Dominic Jordan. Each year, a new theme is developed to showcase the pharmacists in their positive effect on health. In this day, we remember Mahadev Lalscroft, father of Indian pharmacy education. He is the architect of pharmacy education in India, was born in 1902 at Darbhanga, Bihar. It was 1932, the golden year of Indian pharmacy, when a man with indomitable spirit and ideology entered the arena of pharmacy on invitation of Pandit Madan Mohan Malviya, the Vice Chancellor of Banaras Hindu University, to design and start pharmacy course at BHU. In 1963, he started B-Pharmacy course at Jadavpur. He authored 23 books of pharmacy. He served at various statutory bodies of Government of India, including AICT, Pharmacy Council of India, and Council of Scientific and Industrial Research, that's CSIR. He became an icon and legend during his lifetime. A charming and enthusiastic man, he is none other than our director. We feel happy to invite Dr. P. Shanmugasundaram, Director, SPS, to deliver the welcome address. Over to Dr. P. Shanmugasundaram.
Good morning to one and all. Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
It gives a great pleasure to welcome you all to the 10th World Pharmacist Day as a proud pharmacist. I welcome our Vice Chancellor, Dr. S. Sriman Narayanan, for accepting our invitation to deliver the inaugural address. He will be enlightening with the history and significance of the Pharmacist Day. I welcome and thankful to the Chief Guest, Dr. S. Rajendran, Director and Head Operations, Citus Pharma Services from Chennai, for accepting our invitation to deliver the special address on the theme of the Pharmacist Day, that is Transforming Global Health. I welcome all our university officials, deans, directors, and HODs of Vistas. Happy Pharmacist Day to all my fellow colleagues and all the budding pharmacists who are watching this. So Vistas is one of the pioneer institutions in the country. It started way back in 1992 and completed 28 years. The institution has produced so far 24 batches of pharmacists as healthcare workers. Next year, the 25th batch is going to come out. So the institution has got all accreditations and approvals from the regulatory bodies. We have a proper approval from Pharmacy Council of India, AICTE. Recently, we got accredited from National Board of Accreditation for the second time, and NIRF ranking is 43. The pharmacists as healthcare workers are playing a great role in this current pandemic situation. The pharmacists are in the fourth trend to fight against corona as corona warriors in developing vaccines, across the globe. I'm sure that we will definitely come out with the proper vaccination to eradicate COVID-19. I'll be failing in my duty if I don't convey the message of Pharmacy Council of India President Dr. P. Suresh for the young pharmacists on this Pharmacist Day. So the message goes like this. My dear fellow pharmacists, the world we live has changed in just a few months, responding to unprecedented challenges. The life we lived has changed in just a few weeks to keep ourselves and our dear and near safe and well. The work style changed in just a few days so that we can continue to sustain ourselves. The travels we did changed in just a few hours so that we can protect ourselves from the unknown. The whole world looked at the pharma sector with new respect in a few minutes for the miracle cure they wanted. The pandemic that was corona in just a few seconds made the world to adopt a new normal. We, the pharmacists of India, will be celebrating the World Pharmacist Day tomorrow, that is today, reminding ourselves of our pledge to keep the interest of the patient above all. We understand the role of being a bridge between the patient and the physician. We ensure that the medicines are safe and efficacious. We ensure that the medicines are manufactured and dispensed, keeping the highest standards of professionalism that is expected of us. We pledge that together we'll transform the global health. Happy Pharmacist Day. Stay well and stay safe. Be a proud pharmacist. From Dr. B. Suresh, President, Pharmacy Council of India. Thank you for this opportunity. I welcome once again all our dignitaries on this wonderful World Pharmacist Day. Thank you, and over to Dr. Vijayanti, ma'am.
Thank you, sir. The origins and meanings of pharmacy symbols. What have snakes and unicorns got to do with pharmacies? Modern pharmaceutical science have a long history going back to the Greek gods. While alchemists used secret symbols to distinguish the chemical formulation, pharmacists use a tool of their trade, medical ingredients, pest and mortar, and corbox, that's a pharmaceutical vessels, to advertise on shop signs and in trade publications. And though the origin may be forgotten, many of the visual markers are still used in drug packaging, in pharmacies, and on medical buildings. Snakes in medicine and pharmacy. Why is a snake the symbol of pharmacy? Filtering the way through the iconography of pharmaceutical history, snakes appear often wrapped around your staff, wherever you find apothecaries. Asclepius, the Greek god of medicine, carried a rod with a single snake, which became a medical symbol from the 5th century BCE, that's before the Common Era. Both Hermes, the god of commerce, and Mercury, the god of trade, are a good fit for retail pharmacy, hence this symbol is used. Another animal symbol commonly seen in pharmaceutical branding is a unicorn. It was first mentioned by the ancient Greeks as a symbol of purity and grace. A man who has been leading this university for this excellence towards, together with his teammates, his immense guidance has always proved to be highly valuable for our onward march towards research. He is none other than our Vice Chancellor. We take pride and honor inviting our Vice Chancellor, Dr. S. Narayanan, to deliver the inaugural address. Vice Chancellor, sir.
Yes. Good morning to all of you. And at the outset,
Good morning, sir.
I wish to congratulate and sincerely thank all the pharmacists all over the world for your daily great work, especially in this time of a pandemic. Respected Chief Guest, Dr. S.D. Rajendran, Director and Head Operations, Citus Pharma Services Private Limited, Chennai. Respected Dr. P. Shanmugasundaram, Director, School of Pharmaceutical Sciences, Vistas. Respected Dr. Satish Kumar, HOD, Department of Pharmaceutics. Respected Madam Dr. Vijay Anandi, HOD, Department of Pharmaceutical Chemistry and Analysis. Respected Dr. Velmurugan, respected Madam Dr. Jaykumari, and other faculty members of the School of Pharmaceutical Sciences, and my dear students. Once again, very good morning to all of you. I start with this a small quote. Molecules become medicine when pharmaceutical expertise is added to it. Even though Dr. Shanmugasundaram was saying that, I would say about the history of the Pharmacist Day. I think Dr. Vijay Anandi has narrated more or less what is the origin and how it has come. But still, from my side, I would like to say something about the Pharmacist Day. See, this World Pharmacist Day was the brainchild of the International Pharmaceutical Federation. And of course, the purpose of this day is to encourage activities that promote and advocate for the role of pharmacists in improving health in every corner of the world. Pharmacists are the reason why people get the best from their medicines. They are using their experience, knowledge, and expertise to make the world a better place for everybody. Moreover, they give access to medicines, advise people on how to properly take them, and so much more. Each year, the organization announces a different theme so that associations and individuals in the pharmaceutical industry can put together national campaigns or local projects to show the good work they do in helping to improve the health of people around the world. This can include giving lectures, holding exhibitions, or organizing an activity day for adults and kids to demonstrate the many ways that a pharmacy can help them. And this year, as has been pointed out, the theme is transforming global health. Here, they aim to show how pharmacists contribute to a world where everyone benefits from access to safe, effective, quality, and affordable medicines and health technologies, as well as from pharmaceutical care services. This year's theme is also an opportunity to communicate how pharmacists are transforming health through a variety of health services in their communities, including advising on healthy living, vaccinating to prevent disease, and ensuring that medicines are taken correctly, thereby managing disease well and improving quality of life. It also covers how pharmaceutical scientists transform and prolong people's lives by developing safe and effective medicines and vaccines. On the education front, pharmacy educators are transforming outcomes by ensuring that there are enough qualified and competent pharmacists and scientists to meet the growing needs of our societies. And for your information, that 78% of the pharmacy technicians are females around the world, and there are more than 4 million pharmacists worldwide. And the pharmacists are the most accessible healthcare professionals. And even some of the inventors of like Coca-Cola and Pepsi are also basically pharmacists. And I wish to conclude my inaugural address by saying that farmers are not remembered when we eat the healthy food. Similarly, the pharmacists are not remembered when we are taking the correct medicine. But these two categories should be thanked for their tireless work towards improving the health aspects of the human beings. With these few words, I congratulate the School of Pharmaceutical Sciences for organizing this wonderful function, and thank you all very much. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for your provoking address. Finally, about the signs of authority for pharmacists. Nowadays, pharmacy display the green cross outside their shops. The green cross was first introduced as a pharmaceutical sign in continental Europe in the early 20th century as a replacement for the Red Cross, which was adopted by the International Red Cross in 1863. The Green Cross was not used in Britain until 1984, when the Royal Pharmaceutical Society of Great Britain chose it as the standard symbol for pharmacy. The society stipulated that it should be produced in a specified shade of green or in black and white, and that the word pharmacy or pharmacist should appear with it. Another graphic symbol closely related to the pharmacy is RX. It derives from the Latin verb recipere, meaning to take back or to receive, and first appeared on doctors' notes to chemists. In America, pharmaceutical products still bear the symbol to mark the authority of prescriptions. Modern pharmaceutical symbols may be much more mundane than their predecessors, but they are still essential as marks of authority and reliability. It's my immense pleasure to focus on the core of the day. I would like to introduce our guest, Dr. S.T. Rajendran, Director and Head, Operations, Citus Pharma Services Private Limited, a quality-driven contract research organization located in Chennai, Tamil Nadu, India. Dr. S.T. Rajendran is a postgraduate in pharmacy with doctorate in pharmaceutical sciences. He has over 3 decades of overall experience that includes over 2 decades of experience in academics and over a decade of experience in clinical research industry. He has been the pioneer in the evolution of clinical pharmacy practice in India and has trained several budding and practicing pharmacists in clinical pharmacy practice and clinical research. He also served as a core committee member and peripheral central coordinator of National Pharmacovigilance Program in Government of India. As head of Medical Affairs Division of Sristek Clinical Research Solution, Hyderabad, he had authored, reviewed over 200 regulatory submission documents spanning several therapeutic areas including psychiatry, oncology, ophthalmology, gastroenterology, pain management, vaccines, and immunology. He also managed medical monitoring and safety monitoring of over 15 clinical trials from phase 2 to phase 4. Later, he became the head of operations of PAR Biosciences, a unit of PAR Pharmaceuticals Incorporated, United States of America, and conducted about 140 biostudies in health volunteers. Presently serving as Director and Head of Operations, Citus Pharma Services Private Limited. Your profile is really interesting, sir. I humbly request Dr. S.T. Rajendran to deliver the special address. Please, sir.
Thank you, madam, for the nice introduction. I don't know how much I deserve it, but thank you for the introduction. A very good morning to all of you. Respected Vice Chancellor of Vistas, Dr. Sriman Narayanan, respected professors of Wales University, and dear students. It gives me immense pleasure to be with you because being with students always make me feel younger. Although the COVID pandemic situation has confined us to our rooms, we still have the technology to connect with all of you so that I can be with you, I can feel your presence and be happy that I could be contributing something in this August gathering. The very interesting topic of this program is transforming global health. What we call as transformation, something that makes a significant change to what is existing. If we have to make a significant change to what is existing, the first question comes, what we have, is it correct or wrong? Right. Let me start with a positive note. The pharmaceuticals industry, academic, and all put together globally have seen sea changes in the last several decades, and we have vast improvement to boast of today. In India too, from Professor M.L. Shroff, the father of pharmacy, to the present Pharmacy Council of India President Dr. B. Suresh, thousands of stalwarts and lakhs of pharmacy graduates, diploma holders, and others have contributed to the present day level of pharmacy in India. As we all know, from producing just a few lakhs worth of medicines at the time of independence, today we produce over 2 lakh crores worth of medicines, and our exports earlier at the time of independence was almost zero, and now 50% of our produce is exported. So India has a significant role to play in the global pharmaceutical care. Just to bring to your notice, say in vaccines, every second vaccine used around the world is produced in India. So that's the grip we have over the market. the capabilities in production and distribution, okay, and the scientific pool which is capable of living up to the challenges is immense here. For the COVID pandemic also, as you know well, India is on the verge of coming out with a vaccine. Maybe by the end of this year or early next year, we'll have vaccine, our own production. So, our pharmacists have the capacity and the willingness to meet the challenges head on and come up successfully. We, in the healthcare sector too, overall have made significant improvements. Our mortality rate has gone down drastically. Our life expectancy has gone up drastically, significantly, and so on. In various aspects, we have made good improvement. So, as such, we can say that what you have achieved now is commendable. But then why the question transform? The transformation comes only when there is an issue where we cannot solve that and we need something else to be done. That is out of the box thinking, right? What we need to do here for an out of the box thinking is to understand where we stand, what is the problem, and why we need to make a change. Because as Albert Einstein rightly said, we cannot solve our problems with the same thinking we used when we create them. So, any development comes with its dose of issues. And now we are in a good position to understand what issues are facing us and how we can overcome them. Right. What are the issues we face now? There is high health risk across vast regions of the globe. Even though the healthcare delivery has improved vastly, still we have not achieved 100% healthcare delivery. And there is still significant portions of third world countries that do not have quality healthcare. The quality healthcare is very good in the developed nations, but they have a very different problem to address. That is, the healthcare cost is very, very high. And people say that in the next decade or so, their healthcare cost will increase to over 50% of their gross domestic product. If that is the case, how countries can live? If they are supposed to spend half of their GDP or over half of their GDP on healthcare itself, then there is nothing left for other important activities. And that's the problem they face. Even though we say that we have good infrastructure, good skill pool, and all this, the COVID pandemic has shown that how we are lacking. Even in the US, only 0.3% of the population at any given point of time can be hospitalized. And this meager availability, even in those developed countries, can easily fill up just with COVID patients. If that is the case, what will be the case of others? Because in COVID cases, you have seen that the death rate is anywhere between 3% to 10%. So even with the lowest 3% death rate, if all these 3% along with the 10 plus odd percentage of people with symptoms who need hospitalized care, if they want to take hospital admissions, where do they go? So COVID pandemic has shown that even though we made good improvement in several decades, still we are nowhere near what is needed. So we have a problem on one side, the underprivileged nations do not have proper health infrastructure, whereas in the developed world, the cost of care is killing the economy. So we need to address that. Not to mention much, rampant corruption at the global level also contributes to the wastage of funds the governments and the public spend on healthcare. Right. So what we need to do now, we need to do an out-of-the-box thinking. Usually the solutions to the problems are not very complex, but the thing is we do not understand that. We do not understand where we stand and how do we identify the problem, devise a solution and implement that. As students, you cannot at this juncture change the world, but any change should start from within ourselves. You are in a profession which needs a lot of empathy towards the suffering. People who are contributing to the welfare of the common man will be looked up at as God. And by discharging your duties with empathy, you will definitely achieve good thing. Right. As such, instead of talking stories, let me recall what we did as part of JSS College of Pharmacy, UT, wherein I served for close to 24 plus years. I'm proud to say that we were the pioneers to introduce the concept of clinical pharmacy in this country. With an Australian collaboration who funded the entire project, we were able to get trained by stalwarts in the field of clinical pharmacy in Australia, return to India, and then implement what we learned here. At UT, where I worked, we set up the first drug information center in a government setup, first clinical pharmacy practice center in a government setup, and we provided services that were acceptable to the public and the doctors serving there. When we entered, there were no pharmacists daring to enter the wards because doctors never allowed the pharmacists to enter wards, see the case sheets and discuss with them about the patients. But when we went in, we had to do a few brainstorming sessions to explain to them what clinical pharmacy is, how a clinical pharmacist can provide bedside care, can support the doctors in their activities. They were not very sure if this will work. Will we actually be helping them or commanding them? So it was like a trial and error basis. The senior doctors who had knowledge about the clinical pharmacies services in Western countries, just convinced the other doctors to say that, okay, let us try. So we went in. For the next 6 months, we were providing services. We were giving our heart and soul to make an impact about pharmacy profession into the minds of the doctors. And while they were not very, I could say, happy to allow us into everything, they were just observing us. But while performing, we found that in poisons management, they were totally lacking. So we understood what the problem is. We collected information about the various poisons, mainly agrochemicals that were used as poisons in the community there. Okay, we devised methods of identification, protocols for treatment and everything, and then trained the doctors in understanding the poison taken by the patient when without any clue the patients come without the container or so. Many times it also happens that they buy in large quantities but transfer into a smaller bottle, which will be a very different bottle than the actual container. So the symptoms and the container will not match. So in those cases, how to identify from the physical appearance to the various symptoms that can pose. So like this, how to narrow down the possible causes and then how to take about the treatment. So this became very, very successful, and that really changed the minds of the doctors. They started respecting us. They started waiting for us to join them in ward rounds. They willingly discussed with us, and each and every case they were treating, they were explaining to us what the disease condition is, how they diagnosed that, and what treatments they are proposing. And they also asked us, okay, what is our opinion on the medicine selected? So we could provide them information at the bedside, and where we were not able to provide, we went back, searched for information, went back to the doctors, and then gave that information. And that made the doctors happy. And today, anyone having a chance to go to Ooty can go to that hospital, both the JSS College of Pharmacy and the government headquarters hospital, to see how clinical pharmacy practice has been embraced by the doctors there. While teaching the students about the pharmacy practice there, I used to tell them one thing. There is a good patient load, and so you may not be able to clearly understand everything in every patient and provide the topmost level of service, okay, at this juncture, which will come with experience. But now, practice empathy. Select one or two patients who are actually very ill, looking for good care, and assume that they are your close relatives for whom you will do everything. Could be your mother, could be your father, could be your brother, could be your sister, could anyone. But assume that they are these persons. And once you have that feeling, you will immediately try to find out what all the things you can do to make sure that this patient gets the best of treatment available here and will get better, get well very soon. So this the students practiced, and they were very happy that things like this could transform the way they think about the pharmaceutical care. So coming back to the topic, transforming global health, the problem areas are high cost or poor quality of service. In both these cases, we can do our best. As a pharmacist, what we can do? By practicing rational use of drugs, you can ensure that unnecessary prescriptions are avoided, unnecessary length of drug therapy is avoided, the right patient gets the right medicine at the right dose for the right duration, and thereby at the lowest cost, the patient gets better. And it is not only that as a practitioner of pharmacy you can do, in the manufacturing aspects, in the quality control, wherever you are working, you have a role to play. See, I am now heading the Pharmaceutical Services Company, a clinical research organization that takes care of clinical research on generic drugs. So, when we do, we give highest level of importance to quality and ethics so that the report we generate is of highest standard, most dependable, and people buying medicines out of the approvals they generate with the results we give, okay, are protected. So, in clinical research, by upholding quality, ethics, and compliance, we ensure that the patients get what they want, the right quality medicine. Likewise, while you are making your medicines as a manufacturing chemist also, you have to ensure that the quality of the product you make is not compromised at any cost. It's actually the pharmacists who are making the medicines, okay, just to satisfy the interest or wants of their owners making mistakes. If you refuse to make mistakes, they cannot do anything. So, contribute in whatever field you will be in, have empathy towards the patient, and with that empathy, if you perform duties in your field, chosen field, you will definitely do very well and will also transform the way the healthcare is practiced today. I thank you all for patient hearing. Over to Madam.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for the inclusive talk. We are really connected with it. In India, Pharmacy Council of India has announced the official observing of Pharmacist Day, 21st September, and taking place with effect from 21st September 2013 to be celebrated every year on this day. Pharmacists represent the third largest healthcare professional group in this world, as said by our Vice Chancellor. In India, today there are more than 10 lakh registered pharmacists working in various positions, applying their unique knowledge and skills, contributing to the health of the nation. On September 2016, National Health Portal, Ministry of Health and Family Welfare, Government of India has listed World Pharmacist Day in the official annual days. I request a man of distinction and wisdom, it's none other than our Dr. Satish Kumar, Professor and Head Department of Pharmaceutics, to deliver the vote of thanks.
Good morning to all, and very happy to join on this platform for proposing the vote of thanks. First of all, I convey my best wishes for the fellow pharmacists and the budding pharmacist students. Today, we are celebrating the World Pharmacist Day, and with the aim and the theme of transforming the global health. The global health has to be transformed positively to treat the patients with low cost and high quality medicines. For this, the contribution of each and every one, not only a teacher, not only a clinical pharmacist, not only a student, not only a graduate pharmacist, each one of those who step into the pharma profession has to work hardly with a prime aim of giving a better health towards the poor people, the people who are suffering from various ailments, and we also should support the other healthcare team members for giving an excellent treatment for the patients. So with this note, I thank Dr. Isarikate Ganesh, who is always behind us for the strong growth of the pharma education in Wales Institute of Science, Technology and Advanced Studies. As a chancellor, he always with us for encouraging each and every step we keep ahead. So I first of all thank him for his continuous support and encouragement. Then I thank Dr. A. Jodi Murugan, Vice President Planning and Development, for his approval of the request what we submitted, and today this program happens because he had blessed with us with his approval. And also I thank Dr. Arthik K. Ganesh, Vice President Academics, and the young and dynamic Ms. Preeta Ganesh, who recently joined in this fast growing team to motivate us. Then I thank our lovable Vice Chancellor, who is a person from life sciences who understand the importance of each and every aspect of and every move of the School of Pharmaceutical Sciences, and always encouraging us to do research and for bringing out great ideas and outcomes to the society. I thank you very much for spending the time with us on this auspicious occasion of the World Pharmacist Day. Thank you very much, sir. On behalf of School of Pharmaceutical Sciences and all the faculties and students, I thank you very much, sir. And I thank Dr. P. Swaminathan, Advisor, Assessments and Accreditations, for being with us and his continuous support for the growth of this School of Pharmaceutical Sciences. Then I submit my thanks to our beloved registrar and the controller of exams for giving necessary approvals and support for conduct of this program. Then I thank the chief guest of the day, Dr. S.D. Rajendran, who is a man of experience. He experienced all the goods and bads of the society and understood what to do. Out of his experience, he understood what to do or how we can contribute to the society in a better way. So he is the only option for us to talk on this auspicious occasion. So we approached him without any negligence. He told yes. So I thank for his acceptance of our invitation, and really I thank for his impressive speech he given today, because each and every student and each and every faculty and member fellow pharmacists might have been definitely impressed out of his speech, not simply by talking, because of his sharing his own experiences even from his age of 24, how he is contributing, until date he is contributing for the pharmacy profession. So I thank for his gracing speech, inspiring speech, and impressing all of us with greatness of his experience. Thank you very much, sir. And I thank our beloved director, School of Pharmaceutical Sciences, who is key in organizing this function. On seeing the calendar, he immediately told, this is September, we have to celebrate the World Pharmacist Day in a great way. Although we could not able to collect the students physically into the campus, in the online mode, we should all join together and celebrate this World Pharmacist Day. His dream has came today true by joining more than 400 students together in this Google Meet as well as on the YouTube channels. So I thank him for his great thoughts and that motivation towards the pharmacy professionals. I thank all the deans, directors, and HODs of various departments of School of this Vistas as well as the School of Pharmaceutical Sciences for joining this meeting and supporting us. The last but not the least, I thank all the students, fellow pharmacists, and all viewers of this Google Meet as well as the YouTube's link for joining this meeting and taking the inspiring content of this meeting. Thank you very much. I'm thanking all the organizers as well as the students for making this event as successful. The inaugural function may close here, but various competitions, like quiz competitions, are organized for the students in the online mode to provoke the thought and inspiration towards the pharmacy profession. So I thank one and all and leave the back. Thank you very much for this opportunity.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. With this, we conclude the program. Thank you all. Thank you for the participation.
Thank you all. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.